Pumbaa. Hey. Can you stop rubbing against the camera, dude? Knock it off, dude. I'm trying to get the camera lined up. Hello friends and felines, and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're venturing onto my channel for the first time today. My name is Brittany, and as you could see in the very opening, my cat Pumbaa, one of my two cats, was messing around with my camera, so I was trying to get the frame all set up, and thankfully my camera didn't fall over off of its little tripod. So again, that is the joy of this channel. So today's video is going to be part dos of the tea on JSC, and boy, am I a little heated, and boy, am I going to hate myself even more. So if you guys are curious on what tea I have to spill today, as well as finally doing a review on this collection, then definitely keep on watching. So today's candle that is burning is from Lunarly. This is a subscription box that I had for a few months. This scent is lychee, silk tree blossom, and bamboo. This one's not one of the better ones, but I barely burned this one, so I want to like burn down the wax some more to see if the smell will be a little bit better. I've burned some of the other candles and they smell amazing. This one's kind of just not as potent, but. And today's tea is in a brand new mug. This is one we got up while I was in the Thousand Islands, and we got this from the Antique Boat Museum. And the tea inside is a nice soothing jasmine tea, because a few days ago it was like 78 degrees in November, and now it's like 40 and it's kind of cold outside. So before I jump into the Orgy palette, I just want to get something off my chest a little bit. Blood Money collection. Of course. Jeffree Star, quiet, not doing much, and then boom, dropping this thing like, oh yeah, by the way, here's the next installment into the Blood series, the one you guys have been waiting for, the green collection, and the Blood Money, and now there's eyeliners. So there's so much I have to say on this, so I just need to breathe and just go point by point. So first of all, he just dropped like this reveal video. He was like renting a $15 million house in Beverly Hills because he wants the extravagance of the Blood Money collection and the big house and all that stuff. Like, you don't already have one yourself, you're gonna go rent another one for that film. And I was like scrolling through Instagram when I saw this, and I legit thought it was like a Nicki Minaj music video, like a Spotify ad or something. And I stopped, I was like, wait, what? It was like he just dropped Blood Money out of nowhere. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, again, another reason why I hate myself, because I'm going to get this to complete the Blood collection. And he finally filmed and released his reveal video, which there's already tea on that. But I miss just, you know, staying in front of like a screen and just swatching everything and showing the product off, because in the end, it's about the product itself. It's not about this big glorious reveal and look of all the thousands of money and the 10-foot alligator I have as a pet on a leash. You don't need to do that, sweetie. I mean, like, if you want to do like a teaser video, sure. But when it comes to revealing your products and you want to show off your products, keep it simple. You have these big sets that you pay to reveal your videos. You're 1,000 feet away from the camera and you're like, look, isn't this such a beautiful swatch? And you, hello, I can't see it. And I'm not the only person who was thinking this. A lot of people were thinking the same thing, and then he released another video, which we'll get into in a second. Boils my blood a little bit. So on top of not being able to actually see the products, it definitely seemed like there was some miscommunication between Jeffree, the filmer, the editor. You know, apparently he had a different editor or whatever, so now he's blaming it all on him, poor guy or girl, whoever it was. But like, he'd be looking at his name and like, yeah, this is shade Money Rich or whatever. And it seemed like he didn't know his shades. And again, I'm not the only one who thought this. But yet, with all of this stuff that's going on, like the horrible video, he opened up his palette and I was like, oh. Like, it didn't really like attract me at first until he actually had the swatches. The first two rows I actually like I've been looking for some mint eyeshadows. The last row he swatched, I was like, I don't know. None of the other products I'm gonna get, like I'm obviously gonna get the eyeshadow palette. Not getting the gloss, not getting the lipsticks, not getting the Extreme Frost because I just got the Sour Ice Extreme Frost, which has a green reflect in it, so I don't need to spend $50 on the other ones. And then he released an eyeliner. An automatic eyeliner, no black. I mean, there's a brown if you like brown, but I'm not going to get green eyeliners, especially just because I also just purchased Raw Beauty Christie's collection, and there's a green eyeliner in that, and I'm so excited, and of course there'll be a video up with that. But then, of course, he had to come out and say, I'm scared to admit this. Not clickbait. Honey. Hunt tea. Okay?
I'm just so offended, and I'm just hurt that you guys don't think that was genuine and that it seemed like it was a QVC video and I'm trying to sell, like, buy now and you get 2 for 1 the price with $9.99 shipping.
You're hurt. Your feelings are hurt. Like, that was one of the worst reveals ever. But honestly, the reveal for Orgy and the reveal for Cremated, again, were really bad reviews. I keep saying review and not reveal. They were really bad reveals, okay? Just keep it simple. Show off your product. We want to see the swatches. We want to see real life color swatches and what they look like. We don't want to see the lip swatches when it's all, you know, on perfect skin. It's been edited with like a great camera. We want to see it live. We want to see if it's really a one swatch pigmented thing, or if you got to keep going over it to get that pigment, or if there's any fallout or chalkiness. We want to see that. Okay, so maybe he was having a bad day when he was filming that reveal video. Don't film it then. Take a day and just, you know, as long as the reveal is up before it actually launches, then just wait a day. Okay, don't use that as an excuse as I was having a bad day. Then just don't film, okay? And yes, he's probably been having some family issues, and 2020 is not a good year for any of us. But then he went on to say, like, oh, you know, I'm upset because I haven't been able to go on tour and I've been able to do openings for you and like cut the tape and meet all you guys. Like, I'm sorry you're struggle busing in your $1 million mansion with your 5, 6, however many dogs, your pool in California, you know, don't even. So even with all of that in the video, like, I was really close. I was getting so mad to not buy the palette, but of course I'm going to, and I will post a video on that. I actually do like green eyeshadows. If I wasn't going to buy one palette from the whole Blood collection, it would have been Blue Blood, because I don't think blue eyeshadows complement me very well. But even though I have green eyes, I think green eyeshadows like look really good with my complexion. Maybe that's just me, but still gonna be buying it. I'll still do a video on it, but that's just the whole tea on the Blood Money collection. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the collection. I mean, why did you have to name it this? Why couldn't it have been anything else? And of course, we're going back to simple packaging, flat packaging, and of course, putting his body all over the place, which I'm surprised this one didn't get demonetized and the Blood Money one did because of nudity and sexual content. Alright, so this is what the packaging looks like. You guys have obviously seen this. And I'm not going to go ahead and swatch every single color, but that's the palette in all of her glory. I know a lot of people said you could get like a knockoff of this on Beauty Bay with all of the different nudes. I honestly did not need to purchase this. This would not be a go-to nude palette for me. I'm going to be honest. There are some that are really, really, really deep. Some of these, like the whole first row, looks very, very similar. There's just, again, same thing with Cremated with an all gray, white, black palette. You don't need that many shades. And you don't need that many for this. How many are there? 30? Yeah, there are 30 shades. I really don't think you need that many. And of course, he didn't put any shimmers into this palette. He had to create a mini. So that is the mini one. This one is full of all of the super metallic shades. Now this is pretty. Like, if I was gonna buy anything, I would have bought this. I really don't think I needed the giant all matte palette. Just this little one is super cute, but I'm also quite nervous because my fiance actually ordered this for me. I gave him the money for it, but I was at work, so I want to make sure I got the collection. Then he forwarded an email to me that he got from Jeffree Star saying that they are going to be sending remakes. I don't know if it's just this one or both of them, but I think especially this one, the formula wasn't right. They said it's safe to use on the eyes, which if they have to say that, I feel like I'm a little nervous. So hopefully my eyes like don't fall out and I don't get an infection when I use this palette today. But they're supposed to be sending a redo. I've yet to get it. He sent an email to see if there was any type of update, and basically they told him we have no idea because they have to remake I don't know how many thousands or millions of palettes to resend. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get another one or not. I don't know, we'll see. I'll definitely keep you updated on that. But that's kind of worrisome that something went wrong with the palettes, and I don't think Jeffree Star said much about it. He might have, I might have missed it, but I don't remember there being a lot of hoopla about this ordeal, so. Now the one thing that I am also really in love with, thought was a really cute, a really good idea, but also hate myself that I spent the money on this, was this bad boy back here. This is inspired obviously by his pink vault at his old house, and inside he has every single nude shade you could think of when it comes to his lipsticks. And I don't have a lot of his nude lipsticks. I only had a couple in here. So we've got some really light ones all the way down to the really deep ones. That would be more of like a brown lipstick on me. It's nice and cushioned. I really like this. So now I have like every tone of nude lipstick you could ever think of, and I don't think I ever need to buy a nude lipstick in my life. The issue is when I need like the right shade, like I need a pink undertone, I need like a cool brown undertone, a gray nude. It's a lot of swatching to do. I will swatch like my whole arm trying to find the right undertone, but at least now I own every single undertone of nude lipstick there is. So I think that is enough rambling, enough tea spillage. Let's go ahead and play with some makeup. I'm gonna just do my base makeup and come back for a simple nude eye look today. All right, so I went ahead and did pretty much most of my makeup, so we can go right on ahead and start figuring out an eyeshadow look. So I obviously wanted to base my eyeshadow look off of what shimmer I'm gonna be doing from the mini palette. So I went ahead and swatched them. This is my first time touching them, getting a feel for how the formulas are. And I don't remember exactly what these are supposed to be. I thought they were all going to be like the super metallic shades that he was talking about, like his newer formula. They definitely aren't. There's a couple that are super creamy and super nice, a couple that are really dry, and a couple just of complete misses in the formula. They just feel really dry and barely any pigment comes out. So I don't know if that's why I'll be getting a new palette. Maybe eventually, who knows, I don't. But I went ahead and I swatched all of them for you. They're kind of all over the place and out of order. So this really dark one is Eiffel Tower. Then we'll go here. This one is Glass Wet. It's barely pigmented at all, mainly just like some glitter. This one is definitely a softer one. This is Champagne Drip. This one, which you can barely see again, which is a different formula, was Gagging. Soaking Sun felt pretty good. The pink shade that's in here, Frozen Fire, that one was meh, iffy. Yeah, oh, and then we had Bathhouse, which was completely different than what it looks like in the pan. Then this weird one was Explicit, and then this last one was Foam Party, which was like a really bad texture. I think for like the main part of my lid, I'm gonna go in with Bathhouse. I'm gonna kind of work the mattes around that. So let's go over to the mattes in this big palette and see what we can come up with this. Both my eyes are already primed. I was totally gonna trim my eyebrow hairs today, but I have no idea where my scissors went because Artemis was playing with them at one point and they've disappeared. Like, just looking at this just overwhelms me. I don't even know where to go. What undertones? I feel like I just have to sit here and swatch everything to try to figure out which undertone would work best for what I want to do. All right, so I think I'm going to start off with Fluffer, which is this one right here. It's got like a pink undertone to that. And we'll just start with that. I think with these, though, they're going to be very buildable, so I can go over it and use a bunch of transition shades. What I do like with the sides of this palette, though, is that the mirror is huge. We're just gonna go into the crease with this. This is probably gonna be like exactly my skin color, so no harm, no foul. Maybe I'll just set my eye primer. Yeah, that's pretty much my skin tone. Not a bad thing. So I'm just going to put this all over then just to set my eye primer with it. I feel like I don't want to say any of these shade names, so I'm going to go a little bit deeper with it. It still looks like a little bit of a pinkish brown undertone, which is Safe Sex right here. Yes, you should always practice that. All right, let's see what this shade looks like. Here we go. Now we're getting some pigment. I feel like this palette's just going to be a learning curve on exactly which undertones work best for your skin, for whichever eye look you want to go for. And I want to start off on the lighter shades first. That way I don't go too dark too fast and I can build in the depth when I need it. Oh, that's super cute. Super soft, super easy to blend. Cute, that's a cute soft brown. All right, gotta figure out where to go next. I'm gonna take a smaller fluffy brush and start to go a little bit deeper. I'm just trying to gauge what these look like from the thing, because I'm not going to go sit here and swatch all of these. My one worry, though, is that I started with fluffer, and that was pretty much my skin tone, so all of these ones are going to be, like, really bright, and they're not going to do much for my skin tone. So I feel like that whole line, like, since they're all mattes, like, I'm not going to use them as an inner corner highlight, really. That whole row could have just been deleted. Save me $10, delete the whole row. Done. Alright, I think I'm going to go down here to invitation only, right here. Hopefully this won't go too dark too fast, just to start deepening up the outer corner. Again, this is going to be a simple nude eyeshadow look. I haven't done one in a while, so for all you that think I do, you know, too crazy of a look, this one would be for you. Alright, gonna put this into the outer corner and blend it in with that other shade we've got going on. That's the other thing. Trying to gauge what the undertones are of these is very confusing because I generally don't like to mix warm and cool undertones together in an eye look. Usually it's like very combative. Some people do, some people get it to work. I'm not one of those people, so if I'm going with a warm, I want it to be all warm undertone look, or cooler, just keep it cool, because there's definitely both in here. So I'm trying to stick to warmer undertones. We'll see. I'm focusing most of that shade on the outer corner, but I'm going to drag it very lightly into my crease on the inner part just to give the crease some depth. But I want to keep it pretty light on the inner portion of my eye. Alright, so there is some fallout in the pan, not much on the face, as long as you don't go in with too much product. I think that's pretty much it. You know, 3 shades, nice and easy, blends together perfectly. Now we're just going to go in with my finger onto that bathhouse shade, which is this one right here. This is one of the softer shades in here. Super soft, super metallic, super cute. That is one of the good shades in this mini palette. And I'm going to push this onto my lid. And I'm just going to tap it where it meets that darker brown shade on the outside, kind of like blend them together. I love this formula. It just gives such a wet look. Oh, love it. Love it. Alright, let's try a couple of other shades for the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with Versatile, which is right up here. I'm going to put that into the inner portion of the lower lash line, and then I'm going to go down Booby Trap, maybe, for the outside with a little bit of Imitation Only, which is the same shade, just to blend them all together. We'll see how this goes. I'm just going to use like the same type of smudger brush and just mix all the colors together, starting with the lightest one. Well, super simple, super cute brown smoky look. Now for the inner corner and the brow bone, I think I'm going to go over here, like I said, to the mini palette again, and I'm going to use the shade Gagging right up here. It's I think it was definitely like one of the softer ones, but not necessarily like the super metallic shade, but it's definitely not a bad one. We'll see how it applies with a dry brush first, and then we'll see if I need to spray it. Nope, definitely showing up with just a dry brush, which is super cool, but again, if you do want more of a foiled wet look, you could always spray your brush if you wanted to. But this is working for me. Awesome, super cute, very happy with that. Such an easy look, so I'm definitely a big fan of this. I guess if you want a giant all matte brown palette, then this is the one for you. Definitely not my go-to, but I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on my other eye, finish the eyes, and come back to finish off this makeup look. and then go through the vaults and try to figure out what shade of lipstick to use from here, which could probably take me 5 years of swatching to figure that out. Alright, so I went ahead and I finished the eyes. I ended up using the Pretty Vulgar Faux Reals mascara, the one with the cute little bird and feathers packaging. And I went ahead and tried out the Cream Gel Liner by ColourPop. I got a brown from their Sunflower collection and their peach one for like waterline and stuff like that. Super creamy, loved it. Went ahead and I put on some lashes. These are the Ardell Wispies. They're my favorite light wispy lash. You can find them at the dollar store. They've got a really thin band, so if you're not really doing any eyeliner, which I didn't today on the top, they blend in with your regular lashes like super easily. They're nice and cute and flirty, and they're not too over dramatic if you don't want to go for a super dramatic look. So I went ahead and I tried to get out some of the lipsticks from the Giant Vault, which I will say, if you were trying to get them out of their little holder for the first time, it could be quite difficult, especially when I first tried to get them out. I had nails. Literally impossible. I was sitting there with like my tweezers trying to get it out, cutting into the foam or whatever insert is in there. But I went ahead and I swatched some on my lips to find the right shade. I found my Becca Ultimate Lip Definer in the shade Mystery. I think it's as close as I'm going to get to matching. It really is not going to match it, but it's close enough. So is anyone else playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, by the way? I got it on Tuesday, started playing. I've had a couple of days off. I even went and got 20 bucks out of my ATM machine, went and got quarters so I could do laundry at my apartment complex, because normally I take my stuff to my parents' house because I don't want to pay for laundry. But I wanted to play the game, and I even sacrificed a few hours of playing so I could film this video today. It took a lot just to step away from the computer, but I'm absolutely obsessed. I'm not a streamer, I'm not a Twitcher, I'm not a Discord, whatever. I would be horrible at it. I'm so twitchy while I am playing video games that I don't think anyone would actually be able to keep up. I run all over. It's just, I would be really boring, I think, at it. But if anyone wants to talk Valhalla, I will talk all day. I absolutely love Assassin's Creed. I've played every single game. I've been obsessed forever. Alright, I think that's good enough. We'll go in with the lipstick. I really like that lip liner though. It's super creamy on the other side. It has like a little definer, smudger, I don't know, thing on the other side. Some sort of tool. And now we're going to go in with Thick as Thieves. I covered up most of my lip liner anyways because it ended up not being as close to the same color when it was actually on my lips. Alright, now while that is drying down and if I decide I want to go into a gloss or not, I'm going to go in with highlighter. This is the shade Frozen Peach from the Supreme Frost. It is one of the only neutral, no, I've got a couple of other neutrals, but it's one of like the more neutral highlighters I have from Jeffree Star. And I'm just going to use my finger. I found with Jeffree Star's highlighters that it's a little bit better just to go in with a finger, at least at first, and then you can like blend it out if you want afterwards. That is super cute, super simple. It definitely complements the blush I used today. I used the ColourPop Terran Up My Heart blush. This one was like really, really subtle. It didn't seem like it was much of a blush, and it just gave like a nice little glow. Hello, there we go. So it was super cute. At first I was a little worried because I didn't really see much color showing up, but I think it turned out good. Alright, so I'm just going to go in with the gloss. This is Legends Only. I got this in one of the mystery boxes for the Halloween. It looks like a really gray nude, but it's pretty much like a clear nude gloss. So we're just gonna, there. I just put a little bit in the center of my lip just to give it a little bit more of a pouty look. Alright, so I think that is this whole Orgy collection makeup look all complete. I'm gonna let my hair down and do a quick little narcissistic montage. Overall little summary of the Orgy palette. It's not bad. Formula is great. Colors are great. Definitely happy I got the mini because the shades are super pretty. Some of them are a little iffy, so I have to wait and see if I'm going to get a replacement for that one and see if I notice a difference between the one I have and the one I'm supposed to be getting. This one, again, like I said, if you guys want a giant all matte nude eyeshadow palette, if you don't have one, go ahead and get it. Kind of wish I didn't. Again, my go-to neutral palette if I want to create a look like this would be the Tarte Texture Neutrals palette. That's a whole nother story with drama, but this bad boy, even though it cost an arm and a leg, I'm super happy I got it because now I've got every undertone of nude lipstick in the house right here in this cute little decorative vault. So, I mean, not my favorite collection, but definitely not a bad collection. You can do a cute little flirty neutral look with this collection. I do enjoy it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my little rant in the beginning, I mean, there's so much more drama I could go into and so much more of why I hate myself, especially with the conspiracy collection. If you guys want more of that, let me know down below in the comments. I could do a little bit more drama stuff if you want it, but otherwise I'm probably not going to go into too much more drama tea spilling. But if you liked today's video and you like the look I created, then definitely give this video a big thumbs up, and while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. I love you guys, and if you subscribe to my channel, I welcome you in my feline family. Bye! Oh, did that scare you?